Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Yes, we have thrived another week. It is Friday, absolutely, which means I won't be on for the next 2 days. But let's see what the next 2 days are going to bring. So, sorry that if I sound a bit croaky, I've just been on grandma duties for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I was a bit worn out and also looked like I've been dragged through the blackberry bushes backwards. Things we were playing cubby houses and slides and trampolines and all sorts outside in the sun and the wind. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Oh, I just wanted to mention also, sorry, I had the wrong Kevin. It was Kevin Lewis that was with Susan Lynn and Linda G up in Canada. So many wonderful Kevins. I do apologize that I got the wrong Kevin when I said Kevin from Loving Vibrations. So Kevin Lewis had apparently a really fabulous event up in Canada. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? I just want to have a look to see how. So the Orange Idiot was was it North Dakota or South Dakota? I can't remember, one of the Dakotas. And I do apologise if that seems a bit blasé of me being down on the other side of the world in Australia. And also do apologise if it does seem that a lot of, oh gosh, look what's poking out, the moon card. The moon and the house is absolutely out in the trash pretty much. Using the trip and wait and the trip and wait extras. I do apologise if it just seems like sort of US overload at the moment. The reason being is that we have a saying down under here that if the US sneezes, the world catches a cold. And with what's happening, it's not the biggest population country, but it is the second biggest economy after, or it might be third after China and India, but it's the biggest one that absolutely affects us. And then we've got the Three of Swords there. So, okay, are we looking at some sort of health event at the moment? Because there's that health card again. I'm sort of, because it's so fat when I've got the extra decks, I do split them up and poke a shuffle and then I'll put them all together. But yeah, so okay, and they're really juggling as medication at the moment. So he was in one of the Dakotas. Where was it? Medora, um, giving some sort of ranty, as he always does. They had blokes dressed up in cowboy hats and stuff standing on a stand behind him. They sort of showed shots. I was looking for shots of the crowd because I was interested to see the crowd. It was a Freedom 250 train ride event. It's like, really? And there's, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles dripping through his fingers as health. Um, it was a rally, and you're just like, really, you've taken the country to war. The economy's in the going down the gurgler, and you're there at some blimmin' rally library opening talking to an AI image of Theodore Roosevelt as if it's a real, true, living, breathing person, and coming out and saying, "Oh, he thought I was wonderful." Oh, talk about absolutely off his rocker. So anyhow, so yes, they didn't show. They showed sort of close-up bits of segments of the crowd, but there was no actual wide shot of the crowd size. So I'd love to know how many were actually there. Not as many as what they would like to believe, I think, or claim. So he went in the new Qatar aeroplane that has cost, what, $1 billion or something to the US taxpayer. But what he did say, oh, and Sniffy and I Eat Glue, Sniffy Jr. and I Eat Glue went with him as well. So that was interesting because, like, why? Why were they required on this journey? But that's all sort of speculation on the side. I want to have a look to see how. So he did say while he was there, it's going to be 107, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be really hot, but I'm going to give my speech on the 4th of July. at my rally, and I'll go for as long as I can, and it might be hours. Oh. So I just want to have a look at that actual rally. How is that rally going to go for him on the 4th of July? So tell me about, okay, I'll just get an overall to start with. Tell me about the 4th of July. Sorry, my thought process is all over the place. That's called spending 3.5 hours with a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old. The thought places in 30-second sound bites type thing. So let's have a look. How is and ain't that the truth? So this has popped out while I was talking about it. Ain't that the truth? So let's have a look. How is the weekend of the 4th of July going to go for the orange idiot? How's it going to go for the orange idiot? Love to know what zombie juice they're giving him. Bloomin' heck. Now Denise Knight always gets kidneys. I always and that he's having some sort of dialysis. I keep getting liver as well. Both of us get congestive heart failure. I think all of us readers get congestive heart failure. I've been getting that heart card for vascular problems card for about 2 years now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How's it going to go? How's the 4th of July going to go for the orange idiot? Apparently, Eugene turned around and said, "No, not giving you an extension," so he's got to pay up. It's not about the money for him, it's the fact that A, he lost, and B, he is now very much branded within the legal system as an abuser. Okay, let's have a look. How's the 4th of July weekend going to go for him? Right, you've got the King of Wands, action being taken. He'll probably, sitting down though. Notice he's sitting down a lot. A lot of the times they don't have him walking in or walking out. I know they did it at Medora, but this is sort of after it's almost like they can get him out for an hour at a time once a week with his zombie juice. Let's see how it goes. And the more they give him to get him out there, the more his body's going to start rejecting it. But we've got the King of Wands, some sort of action announcement. And then you've got the Smug Merchant is the challenge. The be careful what you wish for. I think this is the determination to do this rally. He's told everyone he's going to do it. He's going to do it. But doing it is going to be his challenge because his vascular system. I will actually ask whether he'll just simply go toes up on the podium, because a lot of us have been seeing for a long time that he'll actually publicly collapse, but we'll see where that goes. Yeah, this is a vascular system issue. Speaking of which, the 911 dispatch reporters recording has come out with McConnell, apparently CPR and all the rest of it, found unconscious. But yeah, so vascular issues here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do a reading on Barry. We've got the moon card, the lunacy card here, and we have just had that third full moon in the past. So this moon in the past, what was that, 3 days ago? The full moon. And because remember, my guides had 1, 2, 3 full moons. The other day was the third one, and then it was the death card. Right, the Fool off the cliff, falling over, parading out as if it's all hunky-dory, and then off the cliff. Let's see where it goes. Knight of Pentacles. Now, I do know some of my deck always ends up upside down when I do this. I don't usually read upside down, so I'll put them up the right way. It was not intentional for upside downies. So the Knight of Pentacles, in the immediate future, he might be getting some advice to not do the rally. but I suspect he's going to ignore it. We've got, give me some of that zombie juice externally. Give me, not how much should I have, it's give me that zombie juice. The Ace of Cups, something emotionally overwhelming internally, or it could simply be too much zombie juice. That's what I'm just going to call it. Not even yippee beans anymore. I think it's zombie juice because I think it's in an IV liquid form that he gets it, not tablets. Okay. The hopes and fears, the devil. The devil always has its due. If you sell your soul to the devil will come to claim it one day. But this is also the addiction. Oh, I had to chuckle looking at the, excuse me, with the bombs falling there. Hunter Biden trolled and said he's going to nominate the felon for the Nobel Peace Prize because he's ended the one conflict with Persia 38 times already. Nobody has ended that conflict as often as he has. But yeah, the hopes and fears. He could even... The blue, I'm really drawn to the blue. He could really have a breathing issue. Not just a heart issue, but a breathing issue. And this could be fluid on the lungs. Wow, okay. So how's it... Actually, this has actually turned really serious. How's it going to go? You've got the infighting underway, the conflict, the fighting. There's nothing more we can do. This could even be, conflicting messages. It's pretty much they're going, there's nothing left in our armory with the Seven of Pentacles, and then we've got the Nine of Wands back up against the wall, out of options, and then we have justice coming. Now, this isn't justice as in the legal system, this is justice as in divine justice. And then we have the loss. It's a regret card. I know Marianne has this as the minor arcana death card. For me, that's the Four of Swords. But we've got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, cannot be stopped. And then we have the Seven of Swords, the lying will start. So this is almost confliction about what message to put out there. Struggling breathing. Give me that go-go juice. Karma catch biting you on the bum. And then the lying starts about his strength with the strength card there and the second of the Fool cards as he goes off the cliff. We got a Fool and we got a Fool. Okay, I suppose my biggest question is he actually going to turn up at the rally? Is he actually going to? Because if they give him some go-go juice, zombie juice, and yippee beans, is he even going to actually make it out? If it all goes to pot, is he actually going to? Tell me, is he going to give a speech? Is he going to give a speech? The Moon card and the Vascular card showing themselves to me there. Is he? Let me just split the deck. I'll do just to freshen it a bit. Is he going to even... We got the Sun card. We got the Specialist card. We've got the Magician, the Manipulation card. And we've got the Ace of Cups. the delusion, the nightmare, and then the tower. And then celebrating. Could be us celebrating. He's determined to do it. So as it stands now, yes, he is determined to do it. Got the specialist here, but his sword's a little bit wonky, skew F at the moment, taking action. And this is very much about demanding make it happen with the magician. Provide me with a miracle. The Ace of Cups can be emotionally overwhelming, and then could be completely off the rails with that Seven of Cups during the, like, completely gaga. You think he's been gaga during his rallies before? I'm talking completely off the smoke in the mushrooms, backy weed, you name it. The magic mushrooms, backy weed. Which just turns into an absolute nightmare and a tower moment. A cringe-worthy nightmare with anyone with two brain cells to rub together, and a tower moment. If he does, it's going to be, if he does, he's going to be nuts. You've got the King of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Devil. Thinks he's invincible, thinks he's, second to God. Actually, he doesn't even think he's second to God. He thinks he is God. But off the cliff Fool because of his addictions. I'm interested in the blue there. Is he going to have an incident? Oh gosh, there's that moon and heart card again. Where did I see the moon one glimpsed at me? The moon and vascular again. Is he going? What are we going to see? What is going to actually happen? Celebration. What is actually going to happen if he goes ahead with this 4th of July rally? 107-degree heat. What is it, 85% humidity or thereabouts? Something horrific with storms predicted. What are we going to... There's that another Ace of Cups there. Might rain out. What are we going to see? What are we going to see? Oh, he's also come out now. My guides were yapping about the cherry blossoms ages ago, and I thought spring, spring, spring. Well, now he's come out and said he wants to chop down the 40-year-old cherry trees on the Potomac for a golf course. Bloody hell! What are we going to see from the rally? What are we going to see? Right, Queen of Wands. Okay, they want me to go that way. So, might be a female that comes out and makes an announcement. The Moon card, the lunacy. The Moon card, the lunacy, double lunacy. Or it could be secrets being revealed. I wonder who this is. Because I wonder if he completely goes off the rails here. The Chariot, a chaotic movement forward, can also be the military. Speaking of the military, Air Force Major Jason Watson, absolute hero. I gather he was arrested and released with nothing put on his file, so bravo. He will be a hero point going into the future. Arrested by the DC police, thank goodness, not all those nefarious ones that are involved elsewhere. Let's have a look. And then we've got the Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth cutting through the crown. So we've got Chariot, Five of Wands, this chaotic messaging, and then clarity with the Ace of Swords. His strength is off the cliff with the Fool. And then we've got the Hermit in isolation. Now look at these mages we've got. A lot of mages. Some sort of announcement coming out of the White House. The Devil. This rah, rah, rah announcement. They might call it off. Because what are we actually going to see? And another Fool card off the cliff, and the Hanged Man. As they try and get him balanced. This is Nurturer and Regret. Regret and the Death card. Wow. And you've got this Win at Any Cost abuse card. What are we actually going to see? I wouldn't be surprised if it gets called off. I'm going to ask, is he going to go toes up on the podium? I don't think he will, because it's almost like you've got this internal messaging that they're working on about something to do with completely off the rails with the two moon cards side by side there, adding extra weight to the lunacy of it. The Chariot, some sort of chaotic messaging coming out as they can't decide on what message to give. This could be strategizing going on behind the scenes. Okay, but this here, the Nurturer with Regret and the Death card. Off the cliff twice. His strength off the cliff. Oh gosh, and this nightmare situation of how to actually, this is my stroke card, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Vascular card, in isolation, the Hermit, retreat. Okay, let me put it this way. Tell me. And there's the specialist with his sword wobbling. What's Barry up to this weekend? Barry the blood clot. How's Barry going? Tell me about Barry. How's Barry going? Tell me about Barry. Tell me about Barry. Barry might be out for lunch with that two of, he's looking for the, oh gosh, it's the heart as well. It's in the planning. But be careful what you wish for. Those of us, be careful what we wish for. Might be wish fulfillment. The Knight of the King of Swords, the Lovers, the Regret, the Nurturer, the Off the Cliff with his strength, the Chariot, Ace of Cups, Temperance, inability to come back from it, and walking away. Okay, now let me ask properly. What is Barry the Blood Clot doing this weekend? What is Barry the Blood Clot up to this weekend? Is he going to have a picnic? Is he going for a speed dial? What's Barry the Blood Clot up to this weekend? I know, make love, not war, but yippee juice. Okay. Something being exposed. What's Barry up to this weekend? It's almost like, yeehaw, I'm away, but the horse is not moving. What's Barry up to this weekend? So the medication he's been on has been keeping the medication that Barry has been on, has been keeping him at bay. But he's at this yeehaw, I'm ready to go, but the horse doesn't look terribly impressed. What's Barry up to this weekend? Ooh, he's going to reject something. Okay. He's going to reject the latest round of this medication. It's not going to work. What's he up to? And he's away with the Ace of Cups. There's that Ace of Cups again. A fluid explosion. Oh, Tower. Tower. Six of Cups. Could be the dementia card, or it could be something from his past. And he's out and away. He's out from the comfort he was in, the comfy spot he was in, and he's away. Queen of Pentacles. Justice, divine justice. Right, so the Queen of Pentacles, there's a looky at his health as justice comes. And then we've got the Hierophant with the Guru. Bigger things afoot. There he is on the move, and there's the big stick. And when it happens, it will happen rapidly. Again, rejecting of the medication. Again, on the move. He's been stopped for so long, but I think he's done now. He's ready to jump off the cliff and cause the devil to go blue. An announcement coming out of the White House, the Hermit, the Death card. Something's in isolation or being hidden. And the Death card. Ending. Doesn't mean death itself, it just means end of an era. Well, I think Barry is fed up with, he's fed up with being given whatever he's been given. He's rejecting it this time around. And he is on the move. And when it comes on the move, it will go quickly. He's been biding his time for a while in the past. It is a gift from the past. You've got the Tower there. The Tower in the past has been suppressed, but now he's out. He is out. He's heading off. He's been waiting for so long. He's now heading off on the cliff on a new journey, and the devil turning blue. Okay, let me ask again. I mean, we can't wish it on anybody, but goodness me, they've been keeping him alive for so long. Yeah, the medication, the magicians, but they're at a they've got their backs up against the wall now. Got the High Priestess, got the Sun card, got the Magician, got the Moon, got the Empress. Two magicians here, sort of manipulation or, as I keep saying, zombie juice. But the moon has been, and it is time for something to happen, something greater to happen. Sun card, revealing the secrets. Okay, my question is he going to go publicly, toes up? And as I split the deck, the sun card. This one was on the bottom. Something isn't working anymore, and the Sun card. Is he going to publicly go toes up? Is he going to publicly go toes up? Let's have a look. Is it going to be on public television or streaming or whatever? We are going to see Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. They're both yes, big yes cards. Are we going to, but they're going to lie. They're going to absolutely, just like they have with McConnell, they're going to lie and cover it up. Are we going to publicly see him go toes up? I get him out of there pretty darn quick undercover. Something's going to happen undercover during the celebration. Are we going to publicly see him go toes up? Star, which is can be the orange idiot because he thinks he's the star. And off the cliff. And there we are celebrating. Let's keep going. Covering it up, covering up his house. It's almost like they're just going to whip him off. Oh gosh, the death card. Covering up his health, but it is an ending. I'm going to publicly see it. There's that Empress card again. Tower. There's the devil turning blue. His strength of his heart. Strength and heart. Turning blue. Where was that one? Turning blue. One more. Are we going to publicly see him turn toes up? I think they're going to whisk him off before, and then some sort of announcement, and he's taken away. And there's that again. And I can see on the bottom there's the regret card because there's nothing more that can be done. The medication has stopped working. And there's that moon card again. The moon and 10 of swords. Some sort of announcement coming from the White House. The mercenary. Could also be an announcement about his health, but oh gosh, and there's the death card again. And there's the devil card again. What I'm getting is there's going to be something happen publicly where they are literally going to whisk him off and then make up some sort of excuse. So it's almost like I can see he does a stagger on the stage and he's grabbed and taken out. Assuming he even gets out. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And the Ace of Swords. So yeah, that's a yes card, confirming what I'm seeing. Yeah, I think we're going to see something publicly, but they're going to, and then they're going to come up with some sort of excuse. Oh, he hadn't had breakfast or something. He was just a bit lightheaded or some sort of BS like that. But it's going to be a lot more serious than what they're letting on. Okay, I might leave that there. Let's see how it plays. That's assuming he even gets out in the first place, because whatever they're going to give him, it's just going to be way too much. Okay, love you all. Catch you shortly. Bye-bye.